Hi and welcome to this quick video on the Smith Machine squat. As you can see from these two images, Smith machines can be built in a variety of ways. Some can come with a bar path that travels straight up and down, whilst others can come with a bar that travels on a slight incline. And because of these machine variances, your squat movement or your squat pattern might change as well. So I think it's important to establish some important exercise cues so then that way we know how to get the most out of our squat regardless of which machine we use. So the first cue is we want to use a full range of motion and push our knees forward over our toes. So you want to look at image A rather than image B. Secondly, you want to make sure that you're placing an even amount of pressure throughout your foot. So you want to push evenly between the front of your foot and the back of your foot. And you want to make sure that you're using intra-abdominal pressure to help stabilize your spine in the bottom of a squat. In this example, I'm using a vertical Smith machine. So you want to make sure that you're facing out of the machine. It's easier when it comes to unracking and re-racking the weight. It places less pressure on the wrists and less pressure on the upper back. You also want to make sure that when using a full range of motion that your knees travel forward over your toes, but this is easier said than done. So you may need to place your feet further in front of you than a normal barbell squat, or use some form of heel elevation like 1.25 kilo plates under your heels or Olympic lifting shoes. You will have to adjust your form because this is going to feel different for different people as people are built different. Some people have hip structures that are built in a certain way, whilst other people have longer legs. So that's going to change your squat as well. So you'll have to play around with it, but you want to make sure that your back stays straight, your knees travel over your toes, and you maintain intra-abdominal pressure regardless of which form you choose. Now we're going to illustrate an angled Smith machine squat. So again, you want to face out of the machine, because it's easier on the wrists and the upper back when unracking and re-racking the weight. And in this instance, it actually helps to incentivize our knees to go forward over our toes because the bar is moving in the direction that we want to go. So that's an added benefit with this form of a Smith machine. You still want to maintain intra-abdominal pressure though, and you want to keep your back straight. This is what happens though when someone performs an angled Smith machine squat in the reverse direction. So what you're going to see if you watch her knees is that they're going to stop moving forward, and then at the bottom of the squat, they're going to start moving backwards. Now this sucks because it's limiting how much load we can place throughout the quad. And then in order to return to the standing position, we have to use our abs and we have to use our hamstrings to pull our body back up into the starting position. So now we're redirecting the load from the quads to the hamstrings and abs. That wasn't the goal of this machine or this exercise. The goal was to place as much load on the quadriceps and to load the knee joint as much as we possibly can. So this is not in line with our goals. So that's why I would recommend facing in the opposite direction, facing out of the machine. Some people will still need, as I said, added forms of assistance to reach an adequate range of motion. So in this video, Scott's using a low bar position on his back and he's using Olympic lifting shoes to help with his ankle range of motion. That is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Use the tools that you have available to you to maximize your squat performance. Hope this video helps. If you have any further questions, please feel free to let me know. Catch us later.